every day we have an opportunity to become more aligned with where we are going and who we are becoming. And it is up to us to focus in on the things that we know are going to benefit us and help us move forward, and wean out things that don't benefit us, which in turn is going to help us become more consistent doing things that help us get to where we want to go and help us become more in alignment with the things that we want to experience and the person that we want to become. When we do things that are in alignment with the person who we see ourselves becoming or the goals that we have laid out for ourselves, we get closer to those goals. We get closer to becoming that person. We become that person. But when we do things that aren't in alignment, we consciously take actions that we know aren't going to benefit us. When we consciously continue to hang around people that drain our energy, you are slowly but surely, if you continue to do those things, becoming less and less in alignment with your ideal, with your vision of who you see yourself becoming and what you see yourself doing. And the more often we do things that aren't in alignment, we're going to feel frustrated, we're going to feel closed off, we're going to feel agitated, we're going to feel stressed, which doesn't help anybody. Becoming a good vessel for intuition and inspiration to allow ourselves to get better and become more in alignment is something that is an ongoing process. When we are open to inspiration and intuition and ideas, we feel inspired to act, we feel motivated to act, and we're operating from a state of love and freedom and openness and presence, which makes the journey to getting to where it is you want to go way more enjoyable. So how do we open ourselves up and become a better vessel for inspiration and intuition? Now, there are a few ways to do this, but I can guarantee you that you are going to feel more in alignment with where you want to go, and the journey to getting to where it is you want to go is going to feel way more effortless when you incorporate these things into your life. And this is something that I've tested for myself, and I talk about this with other people who are getting to the places that they want to get to or building themselves up and becoming the person who they want to be. And the first thing that I would recommend is mindset. What kind of things are you thinking throughout the day? Where is your attention and energy going throughout the day? Do you have a good self-concept? Do you know deep down that you are worthy of the things that you are setting out to do? If you do, great. That is key, that is foundational. Get yourself to a place where you know that you can do the things that you want to do and you can become the person who you see yourself becoming within. When you come from a state and operate from a state where you know you are full, whole, and complete now, and you are just doing the things that you are doing, whether in a business sense or in a personal sense, just because you're operating from a place of love and creativity and passion and openness and presence, and you're doing the things that you want to do out of that state, and you know that you're worthy of the things that you want, everything following that is going to be so much easier. You aren't going to feel stressed, and you get, like I said, inspiration and downloads and intuition when you're operating from that state that help you get to where it is you want to go. And it feels effortless. Like, it doesn't feel like you're forcing anything, because you're a good vessel, because you have the right mindset and you're pointed essentially in the right direction. Mindset is so key. It's so important. Number 2, I would say, is fitness. Making sure you're taking care of yourself physically. If you eat junk food all the time and you don't work out and you don't move your body, you are not going to be as good of a vessel to receiving downloads and intuition as if you were fit and cared about your well-being and your health physically, and you cared about incorporating movement into your daily routine, getting walks, working out, eating well. These are all things that when you slowly incorporate into your daily routine or in your life generally, you are going to have higher energy. And when you operate from higher energy, you're going to identify with your ideal to such a greater degree where you feel more aligned and more connected with yourself, which again is going to make you a better vessel for inspiration and intuition that help guide you to the best course of action that you should be taking to help you get to where it is you want to go. Another thing I would say is gratitude and giving. When you give openly to other people, it implies that you have. When you operate with an open heart and you are kind to other people and you genuinely listen to them when they're speaking to you and you care about the things that they're saying and you try your best to provide as much value as you possibly can to these people, you are going to be impacting people in a positive way. And when you impact people in a positive way, you are going to be more open and receptive to the good things that come your way. Because that's how this works. You aren't providing value in this transactional way, but you provide value knowing that by giving to other people and sending good energy out into the world, good energy is going to come your way as a byproduct. Another thing I would say is presence. If you've listened to my content or watched my content, you know I'm such a big proponent of presence and being present in meditation, because that is ultimately one of the biggest things and most important things, at least in my opinion, that you could do to become a better vessel for inspiration and downloads and intuition that really dial in and help you focus on what it is you should be doing to get to where it is you want to go or get to your goals. When you're present, when you're operating from the present moment, and you understand that, again, you're whole, full, and complete now within this moment, you don't need to rely on anything external to confirm that, and you're just focused on what it is you need to be doing in this moment, and really connecting with the backdrop of the things that are going on externally, that is probably the most important thing that you could be doing, at least in my opinion, again, so you can open yourself up to inspiration and downloads and intuition. And that intuition, those forms of inspiration that you get are really only going to be noticeable by you. Certain coincidences, signs, synchronicities that you experience in your day-to-day life, you're only really going to be able to pick up on them. Other people may not see them, but because you're doing these practices and you're making yourself a better vessel, you're going to notice these signs and synchronicities way easier. And it's going to be blatant. It's going to be obvious. When you ask for confirmation, when you ask for signs, you're going to be able to get them when you do these things. Because you're essentially making yourself a better vessel for inspiration and intuition. You're opening yourself up and you're allowing yourself to be this receiver. When we eat like crap, when we don't move our body, when we stay inside all day, when we aren't present, we're in our own head, we're in our own thoughts, when we're consumed with what happened in the past, when we're angry and stressed and rude to other people and we don't give, and you consume and you don't create, you're not going to be as good of a receiver. You're not going to be able to open yourself up. In fact, you're going to feel very closed off. And when you're closed off, you're not going to be able to pick up on those signs. You're not going to be able to pick up on those subtle tells that you see in your environment that confirm, okay, I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing. Or, you know what, I should be doing this instead. I should go up and talk to that person. You're not going to be able to feel that and feel those intuitive nudges because you're closed off. It makes sense. When you open yourself up, when you operate from this place of calmness and presence and kindness, and you take care of yourself internally and externally, you become a magnet for intuition, downloads, inspiration, which then you can take and help you get to where it is you want to go, help you take steps forward to becoming the person you want to be. And you're also going to be more equipped to helping other people because you've done the work on yourself. You've opened yourself up, which will allow you to help other people open themselves up, which is a great thing. So I think what I'm really trying to say here is spend some time thinking about what actions you could be doing to help you feel more in alignment with the image of yourself, who you see yourself becoming, or the goals that you have. Like, how can I become more in alignment with that goal, with that person who I see myself being. Do more things that are in alignment than things that don't feel in alignment, and you become more connected to that person. When you become more connected to that person, you open yourself up to inspiration, downloads, intuition that help you get even closer to connecting to that person or with that goal. And it becomes this positive cycle where you're reinforcing good habits, you're doing things that benefit you, which will allow you to get closer to where it is you want to go, which then will help you to help other people get to where they want to go. Because when you focus on yourself, when you know yourself, you can help other people and help other people know themselves greater too. So just to recap, the 4 things that I listed out are meditation, presence, so getting connected, being here, being now in this moment, making sure you're fit both mentally and physically, with the food that you're eating, exercising, moving your body, opening yourself up that way, giving gratitude, being kind to other people, providing value to other people without expecting things in return, sending good energy out into the world, giving love, operating from kindness, operating from openness and passion, joy, happiness, fulfillment now, knowing you're whole, full, and complete now, and making sure that you have that foundational level mindset where you understand that pursuing the goal is great and being in pursuit of your dreams is amazing, and it's rare. A lot of people don't take action on the things that they know they want to do internally, but realizing that the goal is great and you will celebrate the goal when you get there, but the fulfillment that you get is here and now. Knowing that you're worthy, knowing that it's possible, knowing that you can move forward and take action and pursue the things that you want while having the confidence that you can actually get there. So those would be some of the tips that I would recommend that will help open yourself up and become more of a receiver, really dial in and become more of a receiver so you can get that inspiration, get that intuition, get those downloads that will help you move forward on your path. You can't be closed off and expect great things. You can't not work on yourself and expect to make progress towards bettering yourself. Like, it starts with you always. It always starts with you. And each recording that I make is literally me experiencing this in real time and just documenting my journey and recording. So hopefully it can help other people as well who are in the same position as me, growing something, building something, and doing something that they feel called to do. A recording like this is literally a reminder to myself, as well as a reminder to someone who may be in a similar place in their self-development, personal development journey. I am asking myself, how can I become more open to the beauty that is life and the inspiration and intuition that I know is available to me now to help me move closer to where it is I want to go. I want to be able to ask for confirmation or a sign or something to help motivate me, let's say. And I know that I'm only going to be able to pick up on those things that I see in my environment, or those signs that I see in my environment, which will come in ways that we can't predict. But I'm only truly able to pick up on those things if I'm open, if I act as a receiver to those things. And the things that I listed out, like being present and making sure I'm taking care of myself mentally and physically, and I give to other people, and I have my mindset right. Like, these are all things, at least in my opinion and from my experience, that allow me to notice those signs easier, allow me to notice those synchronicities easier, allow me to essentially notice the magic in an easier way. If I'm closed off, if I don't do those things and a whole list of other things, which I'm sure you can think of, then you won't be able to access that intuition. You won't be able to get those signs because you won't see them. You'll be too caught up thinking about something, or you'll be too stressed out that you need to do something or whatever. So this is just something that I've observed, and hopefully this can help. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you've experienced something like this. But this is what I would recommend you do if you want to become more of a receiver, a better vessel for inspiration and intuition to help you move closer to where it is you want to go.